Hey there. If you're gearing up for a correctional officer interview, you're in the right place. Today, we'll dive into some key questions you might face and how you can answer them with confidence. So, let's jump right in with a question about handling conflicts. Could you tell us about a time when you had to handle a conflict between two people? How did you manage it? The goal here is to see if you can effectively resolve disputes, a crucial skill for a correctional officer. Here are some pointers to help you craft your response. Think of a specific incident that shows off your conflict resolution skills. Use the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. Highlight your role in communication and mediation. Make sure to emphasize the outcome and what you learned. Keep your response relevant to the correctional environment. Let's look at an example of how you might answer this question.
In a previous role, I noticed two coworkers arguing over a project. To help, I arranged a meeting where they could each share their concerns. I guided them to find common ground, and we reached a solution that worked for both parties. The project improved significantly, and I learned the power of communication in resolving conflicts.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for correctional officer. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Can you give us an example of when you worked well as part of a team? What was your role and what was the outcome? This question is about your ability to collaborate and work effectively with others. Consider these tips when forming your answer. Choose a specific past example. Clearly explain the team's objective and your role. Emphasize collaboration and communication. Discuss the outcome and its benefits. Reflect on what you learned. Here's a sample answer to guide you.
While volunteering for a community service project, my team organized a food drive. As the coordinator, I managed volunteers and reached out to local businesses for donations. We collected over 500 pounds of food, positively impacting many families. This experience taught me the value of teamwork and clear communication.
Describe a stressful situation at work and how you managed to stay calm and focused. Here, they're looking to see how well you handle stress, which is vital in a correctional setting. Here are some suggestions for your response. Identify a specific stressful situation you encountered. Explain how you managed your stress. Highlight the skills or techniques that helped you stay calm. Conclude with the positive outcome of your actions. Keep your answer concise and focused. Let's take a look at an example answer.
In my previous job, there was a fight between inmates. I stayed calm by taking deep breaths and assessing the situation. I called for backup and worked to de-escalate the tension through communication. We resolved the situation without further issues, ensuring everyone's safety.
Imagine two inmates start fighting in the yard. How would you intervene and diffuse the situation? This situational question evaluates your conflict management and quick decision-making skills. Here's how you might approach this question. Quickly assess the situation for any immediate danger. Calmly call for backup if needed. Use verbal commands to instruct the inmates to stop. Position yourself to monitor both inmates without escalating the situation. Once the fight stops, separate them and address the issue individually. Here's one way you could respond.
I'd first assess if any weapons are involved. Next, I'd call for backup and use clear verbal commands to tell the inmates to stop fighting. My priority would be to keep the situation contained and safe.
You notice suspicious behavior from an inmate that could indicate escape plans. What steps would you take to address the situation? This question tests your decision-making skills and ability to follow protocol. Consider these steps when forming your response. Observe the inmate closely for specific behaviors. Document any suspicious activities and relevant details. Report your observations to a supervisor immediately. Keep the inmate under surveillance until further action is taken. Follow protocols for potential escape situations. Let's see how you might answer this question.
I would observe the inmate for unusual patterns or interactions, document my observations, and immediately report them to my supervisor. I'd also keep the inmate under close watch to prevent any escape attempts.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.